Hello again. Um, I want to talk about the real problems in the United States, not the fake ones that you're seeing. The dog and pony show that you're fucking an idiot falling for. Look at my right hand while the left fucks us all. You're not that stupid. Stop it. I watched a debate called Walk Away or something like that, and it was conservative millennials against conservative boomers. First off, I want to say there are more than 10 Gen Xers in this country. So let's stop forgetting about the Gen X generation, okay? It is 100% true that our economy sucks. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care if you're libertarian, even a fucking socialist. Okay, let's talk about me personally. Before COVID, I was single. I made probably 82,000 a year. All right. On my own, I bought this house I live in. I bought a brand new 2020 Ford Ranger, fully loaded. In 2017, I bought, well, no, 2018, I bought a 2017 that didn't sell. So it was still brand new in 2018. I bought a Harley Davidson Street Glide, a $24,000 motorcycle, even then. And I had plenty of money left over. Plenty of money. Mind you, I made like 82,000 a year. We're only talking 5, 6 years ago, not 20 years ago. Since then, got a wonderful woman I love dearly. We met during COVID. We knew each other, but we became, we started dating and stuff. She has a job too, okay? She wasn't a lazy bum, you know, freeloader. She had her own money too. Moves in together with me, and together we did a lot to fix up this home. Now, the prices since COVID have skyrocketed. During COVID, I paid off that Street Glide. That gave me an extra 400, 450, 460. I don't remember exactly how much it cost me a month, plus full coverage insurance, which is over $100 a month. So you can say I was paying close to $600 a month for that Harley. I paid that off. So I have an extra $600 a month. But because the price of everything during COVID went up, it's never come back down. That $600 a month was taken by the cost of how much it lives, how much for us to live. I didn't go out and make another large purchase. No. So I'm seeing debates of people fighting over blaming this generation, that generation, totally forgetting about Gen X. You dumb motherfuckers, there's more than 10 of us. Fighting when you are blind as a fucking bat. All three generations are to blame. And it's the ones at the top. Why are you so blind? You know your company that you're working for is making record profits. Biden talked about look at the stock market. Trump talks about look at the stock market. That's all they ever fucking say. When they talk about the economy, what did Biden and what does Trump always talk about? The stock market. They don't talk about the average man and woman out there how they're doing better. They talk about the top, how they're doing better. You know, without the people at the bottom, the top never could get to that. You need somebody to do the fucking physical work, you dumb fucks. See, this country used to really care about its workers. How in the hell else did the middle class come into existence if it wasn't for big business paying enough money so their workers could have a life? Today, nah, they don't give two fucks. They care about their bottom line only. I'm not someone who just goes out and throws their money around, and I'm not that type. My dad taught me, if you have enough money to go buy a Corvette, go buy a Camaro instead and keep a few dollars in your fucking pocket. That's how I live. I make $5,000 more right now than what I did before COVID. And I have no extra money. None. I got no disposable cash anymore. And I'm sure you, and I don't care what political party you subscribe to, are in that same boat. The extra money that you had before COVID has been taken by the price of everything. Now, we can sit here and bitch, and we can go on YouTube, and we can have debates and blame the boomer or blame, millennials, and totally fucking forget there's more than 10 Gen Xers in this goddamn country. Until everybody stop and realize it's the people at the top that ruined this country. The people at the top, do you deserve millions? Yes, you took the risk. Without you taking that risk and starting that company, yes, you deserve to be rich. But how much do you need? Enough. When your worker can't afford to buy a house, when your worker can't afford to buy a car without taking a fucking 8-year loan, there's a problem. How many of you are going on staycations from work and not an actual physical vacation? How many of you before COVID used to go to, all right, I love motorcycles. How many of you before COVID went to Myrtle Beach Bike Week, Daytona Bike Week, Sturgis? How many of you can't afford to now? Not because you went out and was terrible with your money, but because the price of everything got so goddamn fucking high that it took almost every penny of extra money that you had just to survive. That's what happened to me. I was watching a program just the other day talking about how the numbers of people going to Sturgis, it's lower. It's not because people don't want to go. They can't afford it. I am not a socialist. I believe in capitalism. But our crony, only think of yourself at the top capitalism has gotten out of hand. Way out of hand. All right? Gasoline. Here in Columbus, Ohio, it got a little bit over $4.50 a gallon. Now, we keep on hearing fucking lies on that fucking Iran war. Is it done or not? Trump said it was going to get down to $1.88 a gallon. You're a fucking liar. President Trump is a huge fucking liar. And I'd tell him to his fucking face. I don't give a fuck about that old man. He is no different than Obama. He's no different than Biden. Biden, at least that guy has a fucking goddamn excuse. He has no clue where the fuck he was. Trump, you do. And I voted for Trump 3 times. You are proven to be exactly like everybody else we elected in the past. Now, this is where I want the American people. We need to go to our Congress and our Senate and tell them, if you don't start doing better for our state or our congressional area that we live in, we're going to impeach you. And when we impeach you, you're going to prison. You're going to make big rocks into little rocks. That's what we used to say about in the Army if you got in trouble. You're going to make big rocks into little rocks. Well, that's what we need to do to them. And not for a year. I'm talking 10 to 12 years, 7 days a week, making big rocks into little rocks. Have that fear hanging over their fucking heads. You'll think twice before running for Congress and Senate to enrich yourselves and only yourselves. I guarantee that. There has to be something in our Constitution, a change, to where the American people can sit there and set aside our Republican and Democrat and socialist differences and saying, are they doing anything for the state? Are they doing anything for the congressional area that they represent? If the answer is no, impeach them. And go make big rocks into little rocks. 7 days a week, 12 to 14 hours a fucking day. That's how you'll get this shit to stop. If there's no fear, then if there's no fear of consequences, then what's going to change? Nothing. I want prices to drop again. I'm tired of hearing the fucking excuses as an American. How the fuck do I make $5,000 more a year now than I did before COVID, and I have no expendable money? None. I make enough to survive. That's it. 53 years old. Not 23 starting out in life. 50 fucking 3. How the fuck at 47, 48 years old with the same exact fucking job, and actually I got a fucking promotion. How the fuck am I not making, or how am I not doing better at 53 than I was at 46 and 47 before COVID? Because the greed at the top has gotten so goddamn bad. You cannot tell me that these big businesses and corporations don't have enough money to pay their employees enough, not to be rich, but to have an actual life like we did before COVID. You can't tell me they can't afford to do that. Do they deserve to be millionaires? Yes! They took the risk to start that company, to buy the trucks, to, hire the people. Yes, they deserve to be rich. But do you deserve to be record profits while your employees are struggling? No. That's too much. Come on, guys. That's too much. And let's stop blaming the boomer or the millennial or the Gen Xer. There's more than 10 of us, you dumb motherfuckers. Stop blaming everybody that's a peon and start pointing the finger at the top. Start, not with the idle threat, but the real threat of Congress and Senate. If you're not doing anything for your state or your congressional area, you're not just going to be unelected and then take some special interest job afterwards. No, you're going to go to prison. And you're going to make big rocks into little rocks. If you don't want to take that risk, don't run. The Congress and the Senate is for the people, of the people, for the people, not of you to enrich your fucking selves while you do nothing for your state or your congressional area. I am serious as a heart attack. I don't care if you are a Republican like I am. You will make big rocks into fucking little rocks because you didn't do your fucking job. I want every Congress and Senate, you better show your fucking financials. What did you make before COVID? We know how much your fucking salary is. And what are you worth today? There has to be a real threat of imprisonment. So the people that are supposed to represent us actually represent us. Not enrich yourselves. It's not just Nancy Pelosi getting secrets on stock tips. It's all of them. Republican, socialist. You're not a fucking socialist. You just act like one on TV. We can take this country back to how it used to be. Hell, before COVID. I'm not talking the 1950s here. Before COVID. And we're not going to do it by blaming the boomer or blaming the millennial or totally forgetting there's more than 10 Gen Xers in this fucking country. The people at the top, corporations, and our government. There has to be a real threat. Otherwise, it's just going to keep on going as it's going. And stop being a fucking sheep looking at the fucking right hand while the left hand's fucking you. You're not that stupid.